Oh, Pokemon. I didn't know that's what it was. Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah!
Oh my.
What year was this?
08 it looks like.
Oh.
Whoa!
Hey!
What?
Have appeared on the NES after dominating on the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. This is a really accessible RPG.
The voice of
It's got
Taco Bell
really fun
himself.
character to it. And it has
Taco
just
Bell
enough
DVD.
new stuff that fans are going to love it. To be clear, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are pretty much functionally the same game. That's really just targeted to people who gotta catch them all. If you're one of those, you're gonna have to get both because there are a few Pokemon in each, both Diamond and Pearl, that are unique to
I am that person.
So the story starts off in pretty
Who is that
predictable
person?
fashion. You play as either a young boy or a young girl living in a little out-of-the-way hamlet in the Sinnoh region, and you go out into the world and you fight. You fight wild Pokemon, you fight other Pokemon trainers, and so on and so forth. This is pretty much how the past Pokemon games have played out. So in this regard, it's not that different. The combat still
This has been right
turn-based.
before you left?
One Pokemon versus another one. Sometimes you can do 2-on-2, and it's very much about the rock, paper, scissors nature.
Unless this was like a
of the
holiday
different
07,
types
like
of
I'm sure there was
Pokemon
some lead time.
There's
Oh,
just
yeah.
enough different types of Pokemon.
Which Pokemon game is it?
Diamond and
obsess over
Pearl?
this endlessly. And that is really just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to do in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl that it
Got
is
some interlacing going on with that gameplay.
There's just so much to do in the
Yeah.
game. And that's apart from the fact that the story
DS
of the
was
game
always
is
a little rough.
really long. It's easy to sink a good 40 hours
Yeah,
in the game.
that came
just
out in,
going through the main story and
April of
definitely
07.
playing beyond.
Oh, weird.
That's current
So the big
stuff
question
by
is,
the
what's
standards.
new in Diamond and
Huh.
Pearl? Well, since it's on the DS now, there's a bit of touchscreen interaction. You can now use the stylus on the touchscreen to select all your
I played a
Pokemon
fair amount of this.
in combat.
Yeah.
You use the touchscreen in a variety of different mini games that, while mildly amusing, they aren't that central to the experience. So the touchscreen stuff, not that big a deal. The games do make better use of the DS hardware in the presentation of it. But these games are still largely 2D in presentation. You
Game
notice while you're
stamps?
walking around towns that the buildings are all polygonal, which kind of gives an interesting perspective to the game.
GameStop.
The presentation is just really
Like
great
movies
to look at because it is so vibrant. The colors look so good, and there's just a lot of really great detail to the world and to the Pokemon themselves. There's also still some holes.
Video reviews, man.
There's a lot of
Yep.
recycled art from having
Never done one.
games, which is a little
I like
bit
going back
disappointing
and
because
watching
you see and
the
tell
ones that we
which
did,
parts
but man,
are
they
new and which parts
a
are
lot of
old,
time.
and there's a little bit of a
Yeah.
cloud there, which is too bad.
Probably not 1,000 reviews. I've never done a video review.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. But unfortunately, a lot of the sounds that the Pokemon
should do
themselves
one.
make sound like they've just been recycled.
One day,
But
some random game,
original
Stan's
Game Boy
video
Sure.
review.
They
Yeah, why not?
sound really staticky and don't have much definition.
Just to touch off another 5 years of people asking me if we're going to get back into doing video reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proper internet play. You can now play against other people. You can battle your Pokemon over the internet, and you can also trade your Pokemon in sort of a eBay style system where you can post a Pokemon, say you want to trade it, say what you want to trade it for, and you don't even have to have your DS on to be able to do the trade, which is a really nice slick feature. So despite the addition of stuff like the touchscreen support, better presentation, and all this internet stuff,
Wow, you actually
it's
are
not
like
surprising
wiping down your
how
desk.
long-lasting
That's
the Pokemon franchise
fucking
is.
serious.
3 years of garbage well over.
Yeah.
And a lot of that just has to do with the fact that these are really well-made games, and the fundamentals are just really addictive and really stand up well. So if you're a first-timer, if you're a long-term fan, Diamond and Pearl do what Pokemon games do best, which is just provide a really satisfying, really accessible, and really, really long-lasting RPG experience.
What do you get?
Thank you.
The struggle between should the scores be in the video reviews, yes or no thing, was a hot topic of debate around here for a very long time.
Really?
Because scores always adjusted right before the reviews posted, and it was hard to get people to have that conversation until the very last minute, and there was always some producer sitting there going, "Fucking come on!" like waiting.
I gotta export this, man.
Yeah, like waiting for the score before they could export it, or exporting it with the score that was on it, and then that score changed, and then the video review went up wrong, and just yeah. So eventually, I kept pushing for, don't put the fucking scores in the video reviews. We're not, the workflow is not conducive to it. Stop. But of course, it's like a better product if it has the number on it.
Yeah.
So, I hate video reviews. I fucking hate them. Like the number of problems they cause over the years, long before our problems with them. Yeah.